another problem you can run into is when you start welding, your shielding gas will blow away if you have a breeze in your shop, or if you're outside right now like I am right now. The wind can blow away your shielding gas, and then you get a weld. You'll tell right away because your weld will be full of little tiny air pockets, or sometimes they're pretty big if it's real bad. And that means that your gas blew away, or you don't have enough gas flow. Or it could also mean that your gas diffuser, your nozzle, is plugged up with spatter, and that can restrict your airflow too. Now you don't want too much airflow, because then you can get what they call a Venturi effect, where it actually sucks air into the shielding gas, and you don't want that. So basically you want to set it at about, they say 20 or more, but I say the good setting to use is 12 to 15 cubic feet per minute. I think it's per minute, right? I don't know, I just set it by the number. Yeah, cubic feet per hour. So you want it between 12 and 15 CFH, or cubic feet per hour. You can tell when it's right, because the little ball will go up to the 10 to 15 mark. Now, if you're welding at that much flow at 12 to 15 CFH, and you get pinholes in your weld, then you want to increase your gas a little bit at a time until you get rid of those pinholes. If that doesn't get rid of your pinholes, you need to put up some kind of a screen to shield your wind. If you're outside, there can be no breeze in your welding area, or you want to close your windows or your doors in your shop. You want to have some ventilation because of the fumes, but you don't want to have a breeze or a draft. Or if you're still getting pinholes after turning up your gas and there's no wind or breeze, next thing you want to check is your nozzle. Check to see if there's a buildup of spatter in there and on your tip. And actually, if the spatter gets real bad, your tip will short out to your nozzle, and it'll make a big mess in there that you have to grind out with a file, and that's not too fun. So you want to keep an eye on your nozzle, inside of your nozzle, so that it doesn't get too much spatter in there. Also, if you're still getting pinholes after all that, you probably aren't using any gas, or which you have to use if it's solid wire. Let's see. Alright, I think we covered that. What else was there I was going to talk about? Oh, well, I was going to show you this. This is a 10-pound spool of wire I just got. This is solid wire, Hobart wire. Hobart wire is good. The Lincoln Electric wire is made by ESAB, and that's a very good wire. Because you can sometimes, if you're ordering online, you can get some really crummy wire. You gotta watch out for that, especially if you're ordering online. And that can give you all kinds of problems. So basically, oh, and then you need some tips if you don't already have some. These are, you want to make sure your tips are the right size for your wire, because you can run into erratic problems with your arc and your weld pool if you don't have the right size tip that matches your wire size. These are 035 tips, and this is 035 wire. This is 045 wire here on my big spool, and in my gun is an 045 tip. You can run into some real frustrating problems if they don't match. If your tip is old and you're having trouble welding, the first thing you want to do is check your tip. You want to swap it out with a new tip, because that could be what's causing your problems. That's the first thing you check, you swap out. If it's dirty wire, you want to get some clean wire, some new wire, fresh wire, or known good clean wire, and run some of that. Try running that to eliminate your wire. If it's throw them to me. Toolbox keys. I left them in my other pants. That's always the excuse, right? I don't know. Anyway, so number one is check your tip if you're getting some problems with your weld. Number two, not check your tip, swap out your tip with a known good tip or a new tip. Then swap out your wire with new wire or known good wire. Then blow some air through your, some compressed air through your liner. Now how you do that is you open up the side of your welder or the side of your feeder, and you take the tension off the drive rolls. Everyone is a little different. It explains in your owner's manual how to do that. You got an owner's manual, right? Okay, good. Then once your tension is off, you take the wire and you roll it back up onto the spool out of your gun and your liner. Once you do that, you take some compressed air. If your neck doesn't come off, you take some compressed air and you blow it in. You take off the tip and you blow it into the tip. If your swan neck comes off, you take that off and then you blow air right into your liner. It looks like a little coil of wire. That's your liner. Now then you try some more welding beads, and then if that doesn't fix your problem, then you probably want to ask a friend, or if you got a local college nearby, ask a welding instructor, or you can email this. There's a few guys online. So once again, when you have a problem, first of all, go to a welding instructor, then try someone online, then try a friend, and then if none of those work, then call your welder's manufacturer. There should be a phone number right in your instruction manual, excuse me.